Okay, I'm going to try to correct some of the things that I've done with this virtual machine because it doesn't really comply well with the stuff that's in our textbook. Let's see, we'll open up computer and we'll look, and you see I have this 21 gigabyte hard drive here, and I need to get rid of that. The reason being that this hard drive shows up as device SDA1, which we don't want. We want it to be SDB1. The other thing is that apparently I'm supposed to have 2 extra hard drives plus the main drive. The reason why this is showing up as SDA1 is because when I created this drive in VMware, it was created as an IDE drive. It uses the IDE interface, and so for some reason I'm not even going to guess at, that has priority over the SCSI drive interface that the main booting hard drive on this computer is going to use. So I need to get rid of it, and the way to do it is like this. First, what I need to do actually is I need to shut down. I gotta say that this is probably the stupidest way to shut down. What I should have done is actually go to the terminal window and written power off or something. But anyways, here we go. So we shut down, and then I'm going to start VMware Player again without invoking this virtual machine. So here's VMware Player. Here's my virtual machine. I'll go to Edit the Settings, and I have this 20 gigabyte IDE drive, and I'm going to just remove it. So I click on Remove, and it's gone. Now I'm going to add a drive, so I click Add, and I need to use my administrator password and tell it I'm adding a hard disk. I'm going to create a new one. It's going to be a SCSI disk because that seems to be what we need. Whoops. By default is 20 gigabytes. That sounds good to me. I'm going to split the disk into multiple files because I like it that way, and it's going to have it with this name, which I hate. I'm going to give it another name using a convention that I rather like. It's going to be SCSI 20 gigabyte, and I'm going to put it in its own folder. Actually, you don't have to do it this way. This is just what I do. Okay, so I've got one now. I'm going to make another. Go to Add, Hard Disk, New Virtual Disk, SCSI, 20 gig split. SCSI 20 GB 2 backslash. That sounds good. Okay, so now this thing has 3 hard disks, a 40 gig, 20 gig, 20 gig, and I'll say OK. Now that I've done this, by the way, now that I've done this, what I want to do is I want to record these changes that I've made in my log file. So I'm going to go here into my folder, Fedora 13 1 RAM 40 hard drive, right? I'm going to find my text file, which is over here, and open it. Sorry, there. See, it has all this stuff in it, and this I'm going to cross it out. I'm going to put it down here, and here I'm going to put in today's date, which is, I forget, today's the 8th, so it's 130908, and then I'm going to say deleted 20 gigabyte IDE hard drive, created two 20 gigabyte SCSI hard drives. Like that. And now up here is going to have the same structure as these, right? So it's like this, SCSI 20 gigabyte, multiple files. I'm going to call this one, right, SCSI 40 gigabyte. This one is SCSI 20 gigabyte. Copy that, paste it in, 20 gigabyte 2. So now I've written this down so that I'll remember what I've done to this machine, and I'll save it. And so now we can run this. So we'll play it here again. And there we are. So let's open computer, and it doesn't show the hard drives because I haven't mounted them, by the way. But anyway, we'll close that. Go to Applications, System Tools. I'll go to my disk utility, and I'll find, well, there they are, 21 gigabyte hard drive. If we click on this, then it is dev SDB. We click on this one, is dev SDC. This one is my main drive over here, and it's it says SDA. Okay, now this is the interesting thing here. Let's say I decide that I want to mount this one. Oh, well, I want to format it. I can format it just by clicking on this. I can tell it to format, and I can say, what type and what name and all this other stuff. But in the textbook, they want us to do this through the command line, and so I'm not going to format this using the disk utility, even though it exists and is a really good idea. So for formatting the drives and doing all the other stuff, you're on your own, but at least now you know how to make them. And that's the end.